says we're live. Check on my phone just to see if we are because I haven't been live in a while. Since like last spring, I think. So it was last year. So it's January 21st when I'm making this video. Or this live. So we'll get right into this video here. Sorry it took so long because I was making cookies, as you've seen in the I made that one short. It's the last short I uploaded. But if you noticed at all, I kind of moved my bed around because if you know where my turkey was, it's on this side of the wall. My bed used to be this way. So I moved it this way last night. Because there's my closet. That's where my bed was over by that painting right there. And my guitars were all over in this area where my bed is now. So I'll probably have to leave to once those cookies cool to go put them in what you call it. So I'll be back. I'm just gonna go look for something. Thought maybe my dad was home, but it's my brother. He went to a movie with a friend. But I got batter in the bowl. The cookie mix. Okay, go tell him something because I left him cookie mix. I'll be back. I'm back. Got anybody watching? Oh, not yet. I don't really know what to talk about today, but I wanted to go live. Oh, one person watching. I wonder if that's Rylan, my brother. But yeah, I don't really know what we're going to talk about today. I just wanted to go live because we haven't been live in a while. Yep, my brother's watching. I can hear him on the TV. Okay, well now I know it's working. There's 2 people watching now. It's pretty good. For everybody that's wondering what the heck this is, it's cookie batter. I already said that, but no one was watching, so now there's 2 people watching, so I'm going to say it again. It's just funny to hear my voice on the TV when it's in here. Sup, brother? I heard you say sup. All right. Well, anyways, what could we talk about? Oh, here. I got something. So, I started getting into ice fishing this year. We went out once, and we're going again this weekend. So hopefully we catch a big fish. But I got this rod from my neighbor, and he didn't want it anymore because I'm cleaning out his basement because he just wants a bunch of stuff thrown, and he needs help carrying stuff up the stairs because it's a lot. And I asked him if he has like any fishing rods or anything like ice fishing rods that he doesn't want no more. He had this one, and he had my one that I normally use. And if I make a video this weekend on ice fishing, you'll see it. Because that rod's like super beefy, but I like it. This rod, it doesn't have the eyelets all going up all the way. It's got this one right in the end. And you just gotta, yeah. If you run the rod through it, the line runs all the way from the reel up to here. And I don't like that. So I might see if I can add any eyelets on here somehow. Just to give it more guide. And the reel sticks a little bit. Then again, I just put this reel on here because this was the one that came with the pole that my good pole, and then for Christmas I got a reel for that pole because I knew I wanted a different one. I didn't want this one to be super sticky on it. My dad used to have, well, he still has it, but he's letting me use it for ice fishing. He has a Helix 5, Humminbird Helix 5. And if I haven't already posted about the moped, I definitely will. But I got a moped in like September, and I've been using those batteries to get the fish finder running. So when I tried taking the batteries out the first time to put them in there, I did something wrong with the wiring. I didn't think anything of it because I didn't think there had to be a certain way that those wires come out. And I tried putting the batteries back in there to try riding it again after I took it out to test out the fish finder, and it didn't work. The moped wouldn't go. It would turn on, but it wouldn't go. It didn't have enough power to go. It had enough to turn it on, but not to make that wheel spin. So I looked into it, and I thought all I needed was those clips, like battery clips. And I needed one because I know the one fell off. So and I used all my dad's when I was trying to make this old trailer at the cabin. I will get to that later, but I tried making a camper out of it, and it I kind of used all of his clips trying to get the wiring figured out for it. I'm not gonna make a camper anymore though. I think I'll just make that a hunting trailer so I can just take some fabric and collar good and stick the gun out the window and pew pew. I'll probably put that at the big field, like back it up in the woods, at the cabin because I think that'd be a pretty good spot. Just to get like, I'd probably put it like, I'll show you guys when I'm at the cabin the next time. But I think that's where I'll put it. But anyways, I use all those connectors for trying to get the wiring and electric figured out for that camper. And then I don't have any more because I used them all. And when I was working on or trying to mess around with the moped because I didn't know what was going on, I kept on trying to mess with it to get it to fix. And that one clip fell off. So it was like, oh no. So I knew I didn't have any more. So I talked to my dad one day and he was like, yeah, we can go to All American. So we went to All American, we got those clips. And I thought that's all I needed. And then I didn't. I needed more than that. One more part. Because I didn't look at this, which I should have. I got home, I put the connector on, I tried it, and it's like, what in the heck? It's not working. So I look at the fuse, and the fuse is blown. Because those wires have to come out like a certain way so that fuse don't blow. And the fuse is blown. So I went in and I asked my dad, is this blown? He said, yep. Said, I thought so. So, excuse me. So, it's like, well, we should have gotten a fuse at All American, but we didn't. It was like the bigger size of 30 amp fuses, and I asked my grandpa because I know he has a bunch of fuses in his old truck at the cabin. So he said, yeah, I'll look for it. I also asked him to grab my boots because I'm gonna need them this weekend. It's gonna be cold, like my hunting boots, because they got insulation in them. But he brought both of them because he found a 30 amp fuse that I needed, and now the moped works. So now I just gotta be careful when I take those out because I'm gonna need both those batteries this weekend. So yeah, I'll probably make a video for ice fishing, but at least a short, probably a little video of us just catching some fish. Maybe I'll even make some funny videos, like with me and my brother. When the tip up goes off, we'll start running to it, and one of us will trip over the auger or something. I don't know, something funny like that we could do, or just something with ice fishing, like catching fish. At least that's all I want to do is catch a fish. We went. If I don't remember what it was. I think it was in December. I caught a pike. It's not the biggest pike, but it was pretty nice. Let me find it. It was December 26th. But yeah. And then if you look down at the corner, there's I think that's a crappie or the bluegill. I can't remember. It's okay. It looks like that. Yeah, that's a crappie. Because my uncle caught that one, and he didn't want it, so he was like, "Do you guys want it?" And my dad said, "Sure." But I didn't make a video on my deer because I shot a deer on the 29th of November. Did I make a short on it? Let me go check. No, I didn't. I didn't make any videos on my deer. Might have to do that. Well, there's kind of no point now because it's all gone. But I can show you a picture. I didn't make a video because it was pretty cold. But I'll go on the story after I show you this picture. It's just a little doe. The gun I use is 270, if you're wondering. But it's a 270 Winchester. So basically, what was going on is we were just sitting in the cabin, and if you know, there's at the bottom of the hill, there's a like open food plot. Um, where that one video of me logging, uh, when we were over there cutting wood, that's where they were. That's where there were 3 does, and there were 2 bigger ones, and then the one in front was the little one. That's the first one I had in the scope, so I pulled the trigger on it. But anyways, we were in the cabin just sitting, and we had gotten a little snow that night, like half an inch, not even, probably about half an inch, a little more. But when we were just sitting in there, my dad's just playing his guitar, and we're all just like eating lunch and stuff. And then my dad's like, "Oh, there's deer moving through here, right at the bottom of the hill through the woods. They were just kind of creeping in there." He said he probably wouldn't have seen them if there wasn't that snow. So, uh, when we were in the cabin, I thought my gun was still outside because I'd had it outside from my morning hunt. I was like, "Dad, I think my gun's outside." He was like, "It is?" I said, "Oh wait, no, it's right here by the bed." So I grabbed it and it wasn't loaded. I slammed the clip in. It threw it forward and or threw the bolt forward and lowered one in. We snuck out there. He opens the door slowly, but it made a bunch of noise, so they kind of got spooked. They started to get spooked. I sat right against the door frame, and my dad was just like, "Do you need me to stop him?" I said, "Sure." And he was like, "Hey, stop!" And then I got the scope right on there, and there he went, or there she went. She went down. I spined it too. So I didn't know that until we got down there. I thought I hit it right in the shoulder, because normally what that means is it'll shock him, and the spine will shock him, but the shoulder's supposed to just instantly kill him. The spine just paralyzed his front, no, his back, I think, because he was trying to get up in his front, or she was. But when we got down there, it was still breathing and everything. So my dad was like, "Just shoot in the head." So I did that, and she was dead. I got that picture. My dad went up and got the truck. He brought it down there and we loaded it up, got in the garage and hunted for a week. Then that next weekend, we went up there. Well, that night we skinned both the deer, or the one deer, and then I didn't go. My brother didn't go because normally he just goes squirrel hunting because he doesn't have. I started hunting when I was 10. I think that's when my dad's gonna have him start hunting too. But my dad went out and my grandpa did. My grandpa didn't get anything. But the day before, my dad saw this buck and he missed. Well, he didn't miss. We thought he did at first. And then we saw the bull. No. That's not how it went. That was the buck that he shot. That we know for sure was the one he shot, or that we know he shot this. That was a lot. But anyways, that night before, he had seen a deer, a buck, and he took a shot at it. And no, it was the morning, but he took a shot at it, and he hit it because we saw the blood, and we went out there and we started following the blood, and we couldn't. We kind of went off, and it started to stop. So we were like, "Uh-oh, what happened?" Um, so we were wondering if like maybe a stick or something got plugged up in there, or like he just had a bad shot and it didn't kill him, and it just plugged up somehow. But we kind of we walked all around the hill there, and my dad went down by the pines just to check, and there was blood, and then we kept on following that. Excuse me. We kept following that, and we got to a point where we saw a bunch of blood, and it just stopped. We kept on going the direction it was going, and it just stopped right there. And we were like, that's weird. So my grandpa, my dad, and I, and my brother, we all were wandering around, just trying to find blood, more blood, and we didn't find anything. It just stopped there. So um, the next morning, I sat up on the hill because my dad didn't know if he killed it and maybe he'd come back. So I sat up on the hill and and I think yeah, I just sat up on the hill and I waited because you gotta wait. And then my dad, he went over to the neighbor's property because he had texted him the night before, just asking if he could go look for a deer on there. They said sure. So he walked around. He walked around everybody around us. He walked and looked. He didn't find it. I don't think he found any more blood either. So uh, he came back to me, and I got up and we walked back to the truck and uh, we head back to the cabin, and this is the afternoon I shot my deer, I believe. Um, and yeah, I told you the whole story before, so um, that's like that's pretty much what happened. And then after I shot my deer, I didn't have to go out anymore, and it was going to be cold the next couple of days and that night. So I was like, I shot a deer. That's all I wanted to do this year. So um, that's all I did, and I sat in the cabin and watched some hunting videos and some fishing videos. And um, I get a text from my dad. He says he's down. I said, what? And then I'm like, what's down? The deer? Did you get a deer? He said, yep. He sent me a picture and he shot a buck. Um, so he came back. So did my grandpa, and we headed down to the spot. We got out of the truck. We he are well, my grandpa drove the truck down there because my dad was already dragging the deer out to the road. So once we got there, my grandpa hopped out and I got out and I helped him get the buck uh, in the truck, and we went home. So there's my dad's buck, and he got a really nice 10-pointer for archery season. I'll try to find it. It's not really a good picture, but that's him laying in the yard because we were getting some pictures of him. There's a better picture of his rack. The glare. Hold on. I think that's just how it's gonna be. But yeah. And then he also shot a doe. I'm pretty sure with his yeah, he shot a doe with his bow this year, and that buck with his rifle. Because when I heard him shoot that first morning when we thought he hit it, or we know he hit it, but we don't know for sure. I thought I heard him shoot, and I thought that was him, and I was like, well, I don't know if that was him or not, but it sounded like him because he was just like right up on the hill from me. Because I was sitting in the hoggy stand, and he was just up the hill or on the hill, so it was him. And that buck he shot, we don't know for sure if it's the same one he shot the other night or shot at the other night, and we couldn't find it. We don't know for sure because there were two bullet holes, but we also didn't know because that could have been anybody and anybody shot in a bad spot. But when he shot that buck, he shot it and it turned and it was heading straight for him up the hill. So he shot again, it curved off, and I'm pretty sure he saw it drop. So that was nice. He knew where it was. We didn't have to scout. And he had it. He was just finishing out by the road to drag it. Well, he was just dragging it to the road when we got there. So that was nice because it was getting dark too. But that's the hunting stories for this year. And I have one more for my archery. I was pretty sure it was like November 12th. Pretty sure it was the 12th. I was out bow hunting, and I was in the hoggy stand, and I had my bow and everything, and I was just eating the little Debbie. I'm pretty sure the little Christmas tree, and my dad dropped me off with the truck like uh, like 20 to 30 minutes after I saw this buck because a buck started walking in. And the other night I'd seen a buck like scraping on a tree. And I'm pretty sure it was the same buck. He came walking in, and um, he got to the point where I could shoot, and I went, Matt. He stopped and looked. I shot, and my arrow hit a branch, and I missed. It went under him, and I'm pretty sure half of that was me, and half of it was like it was both me and the branch because the branch it could make it go under, but it couldn't make it go super far under because it went about like that far under, which wasn't horrible, but it went pretty far. It could have been the branch, but I'm gonna take some blame for it. So I missed that buck, and I tried to call. I said I was gonna see if he came back in because he ran like right past the trail camera, but he was running, so we couldn't get a good look at him. He looked like a 6 or a little fork buck. So um, he didn't come back. He got out of there after I just stayed still and stared at him. So we had him by that camera, and we had him. I'm pretty sure we had him in other spots with the cameras all year too. But yeah, I could show you some pictures of the bucks we have. But yeah, that's all of our hunting stories for this year. And hopefully we'll get some more deer next year. We should. Knock on wood. I know my dad will, probably. And I should too. If I spend enough time in the woods like I did this year, I should. I spent plenty of time in the woods. Because I think altogether I spent like 40 or 50 some hours in the woods. And for Christmas, I've been wanting some Vortex Triumph binoculars and a Vortex rangefinder. So my mom and dad got me that. Got me the Triumph and the 1300 rangefinder. I can't remember what they call that one, but That's what I got for my mom and dad, and I got a Meat Eater Stephen Rinella cookbook. And a trail camera and maybe a couple other things. And that trail camera is really nice. And there's a big buck back on it, and it's by the property. So, and the buck's like right where because the trail camera I have, it's on the tree where I want to put the stand. And that buck came right there by it. So I'll have a perfect shot. I just gotta clear out some brush in there and thin it out because I'm gonna keep some trees. And remember, you gotta do succession planning. So I looked at my live this morning to look at it just to see, and I'm pretty sure, if I remember correctly, I'll talk to my grandpa because I know he knows this. I'm pretty sure you do pi times times the diameter of the tree. Hold on, let's see what that would be. And then I'm pretty sure that's how far apart you have to cut your trees. So let's say the tree was 10 centimeters thick centimeters thick. No, inches. What am I thinking? So you do that times 3.14, 31.4 feet apart. I think that's big, right? Sorry. But, hold on, here with my phone. Hold on. I'll get it later. Just got off my nightstand. But, I think that's how you do it, but I'll talk to my grandpa just so I know for sure. And, we will be having more videos on the property. Because I know I want to work on getting the videos out of the property because I want to get like some things out there. Like I want to build like a garage for firewood because I have a bunch of logs and there's a bunch of brush, and I want to build like a fire pit out by the property so I could burn some of that stuff, and it would make good compost for or it'd make good biocharcoal for the compost. And that's what I learned new today. Yep. So I was looking back at one of my videos. It was the ones for the garden plans this year. And I was looking at it, and I noticed someone commented, and it's my grandpa. And he's like, if you put biocharcoal in that compost, it'll make good soil. That's what he said. Let me grab my phone. I know for sure what he said. Charcoal mixed with compost makes biochar. Nice job. That's what he said. So that's just like burning little like twigs and making charcoal out of it. But you don't have to burn like twigs. You can burn like, you just have to burn them longer. If you burn like a 5-inch ish log, round in diameter, or 4-inch, that'd be pretty good because that would burn pretty quick. Then you could get some good biochar for your compost. So that's what I learned new today. Oops. Because I just looked at the comments on that video and I looked it up and that's what it said. So I was like, there you go. That's what I learned new today. And I'm definitely gonna do that. I know my dad does it um, in our soil. He doesn't uh, do it in compost because we don't really have. He doesn't really have a compost pile. He used to, and he took it down. But I'm making compost where that wood was, where it is. So because I want to I want to grow corn in there, so I can have some sweet corn. Because I wanted to test this out. Um, I grew popcorn, and I started growing it inside. I grew a popcorn seed in this pot. So after uh, after that happened, after that, wait, where was I? Uh, oh yeah, I was on the corn growing in my garden in the backyard last year. So when I was doing that, I planted the corn inside, and it started to grow, and I was like, "Hey, Dad, the popcorn's starting to grow." He was like, "Oh," so I was like, "I think I'm gonna put it outside," and that's what I did. I put it outside the backyard, and it worked. So it did grow even more, and I know the one stalk got really big. It was like that thick, and it got tall enough to grow some corn, and it got like little cobs like that big, and they were pretty big, or they weren't pretty big, but they were big on flavor. Let me get a drink of water. But I got that, uh, after I got that little bit of corn, all the corn stalks started to die. So I was like, I'm gonna get rid of them. So I took my knife and I just cut them all down, and I put them all in the compost. Um, and where our sandbox was, that's where the corn's gonna go. And that's where my new compost pile is. It's all in there. That's where all the compost is for. That's where all the compost is that I've made. So one of these days, when it gets warmer, probably in like February, because right now it's like negative. It's like -5, negative somewhere in there. Um, it's miserable. So I'll probably go out there in like February to get all that figured out, because I don't feel like doing it in the cold. But anyways, that's the garden, and um, that's where my grandpa told me about biochar. So the where I planted the corn last year, I'm gonna give that to my brother and sister to plant whatever they want in there, and I'm just gonna plant corn this year because my parents already plant cucumbers, beans, tomatoes. Uh, we planted um, watermelon one year, and we had zucchini last year, I believe. I don't know, but they planted a bunch of stuff, and that's all I need. And we already have a garden at the cabin, so And this year I'm gonna do a lot more work in there because if I'm being honest, I didn't really do a lot in there. It was my grandpa. He was keeping it. Um, he was keeping it nice and stable, and my brother and I were helping too in between. And but my grandpa did most of the work this year, and I'm gonna help him this next year because I don't know why I didn't help him this year, but I'm going to. So yeah. Anyways, um, we should have some good videos coming out. Uh, my dad just got home, so I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go put this bowl away and say hi to him. I'll be back. We're back. But um, so we were at the garden plans, and I think I don't know what to talk about now, but I think what I'm going to do this year is I'm gonna do a bunch more like fishing videos, hunting videos, um, a lot more of that kind of thing because I like that. I mean, I would like that because then people would have more uh, videos on that kind of thing, and I want to keep growing my channel. Hey, I do know we got another subscriber today because it was 110 for a while, and I did post a video of me shooting my bow in the basement because we have a target down there, and um, YouTube banned me off of posting for a whole week. It's like, you gotta be kidding. So, um, posting again, and yesterday I did a cold start on my dad's truck, and I did one today, but I'm gonna probably post that Thursday, so you get it kind of behind the scenes. Well, no, I think I'll post that tomorrow. I was thinking today was Wednesday. Today's Tuesday. And if you are wondering why I'm not at school, they canceled school because of all the cold weather. Like, it's negatives and the wind chill. It's just making it more colder, and they didn't want the kids out there or at school to be like miserable. Like, we wouldn't have recess, but they just didn't want the kids to be standing at like the bus or going to the bus. And I'm sure the buses would have a rough time too, because I don't even know if they'd start. The truck, he was rough. I mean, it wasn't super rough, but it it's it was different than what it normally is. From like yesterday's video to today. So this live is gonna be. This doesn't count as a video because I'm gonna try to post every single day from now on. So I think I'm just gonna edit one of these because I have a bunch of videos, like a moped video from um, well, I did post a couple shorts today about this live, so I think that'd be good for today. Tomorrow it's gonna be that the starting the truck. cold start. And let me think. The moped video will probably be Thursday. I think I still have to edit that one. But that will be this week, and then Friday I'll post another one. I'll find something to post. And then Saturday I probably won't post. Sunday I won't post. And Monday I'll post the fishing video, because we're going to be fishing Saturday and Sunday, so I don't really have much of a video there because I'll be filming. And I'll edit it that night, so Monday I'll post it. But yeah, so I want to try to post every single week, or well, I will post every single week, but I want to try to post every single day, or like if I'm going to be filming for a while, I won't post then, but sometimes I won't post every single day. It'll probably at least be like once a week if I'm really busy, but because most of the time, like, I never would post a lot, so I think I want to start doing that, or posting more often. And if you're wondering what this is here, I bought this off of Amazon. It's a hat antler clip. It's got 30-06. It's got a 30-06 cap on it. Not a real one, but just like it's like brass, and they made it. They like indented it and everything. It's just got that little clip on the back, and it just slides around the hat. So, my friend Bradley also got me this hat for Christmas, because I had gotten him a hat, and he got me this one. Yeah, and then if you notice, right up there, I put a fish, and I put that fish sign. I'd rather be fishing, and I put like a paperclip on there, a bobber. I put some fishing line on there, and it's a fish with a pole fishing for a bigger fish. So I thought it'd be really cool. But anyways, and I think I'm gonna move this guitar neck over by my guitars, because it's not where my guitars are anymore. They were here, so that's why I had it here. But because I moved that guitar sign to that gray one, if you ever seen that in any of my videos, over there. And I put that picture up there. And there's a couple more that I got out of the catalog. But over here is my hunting wall. So obviously we got my turkey. Got this little picture of it. And I just put that right on its feet. I got a feather from it by the certificate. And it's just hanging on there by a pin. So I got my certificate there. I've got that fishing thing there. And I think if I ever mount any fish, they'd go above that fish thing that I made. And then there's, I have some hunting pictures. Most of them, well, the 4 of them, this one, and that one, are when we were hunting up in Rice Lake with my cousins. Or with my cousin and my dad's cousin. So, that one right there, the other The fifth one is the one when the fifth one is when I was hunting with my dad. Like one of the first bow hunts of the year. And I was doing that. My dad took a picture then because we did see a doe that day and that morning, but I couldn't get a shot at her. There were too many, or I couldn't get a shot at her. There were too many branches in the way. So I couldn't shoot at it, and then it saw us and it spooked. So trying to think here. What else can we talk? Oh yeah. Forgot about the trip when we were up with my cousins. We went up to Rice Lake after I did some homework that Friday night, and when we got up there, I played with my cousin on. He has like one of those hover cart things. We played on that, and we charged that for the next day. And he has BB guns, and we always shot like cans and stuff. And the next morning we went hunting. We all went hunting together, and that's where the one is of just me just sitting there. In that one video where it's the youth. This was youth hunt. That one video where it's like the first hunt of youth hunt with that one where I showed my gun and me, and then my dad in the background. I'm pretty sure. That was when we first went out to hunt. But in that afternoon, we were just talking, and we were like, "Should we play military?" And with the, like the BB guns and everything, and the four-wheelers and all that, and we were like, "Sure." So that's what we did. We played military with the BB guns and the four-wheelers and everything up in, and they have like a tree house, and I put the BB guns up there, and we parked the four-wheelers right out next to it. And we acted like that was our little, like a little military base. That was the base, and behind it they have like this jungle gym or like this like climbing thing that goes from tree to tree, and it's got like those like monkey bars and steps and things that you got to do. And I said, if you can make it across here, you are certified military because I was the master. My brother was I can't remember what it's called, but he was like the first dude of the. He was the first. It was the first day of training for him, and then my cousin was sergeant. Or no, I was sergeant. He was. Oh my god, I cannot think of it. Well, we all had military names and we all had military roles. So I said, if you guys can make it across here, they were saying, yes, Sergeant. And when they tried it, they couldn't do it. And I was like, let me try. And I tried it. I couldn't do it either. Because I didn't think it'd be that hard, but trying to stay on there, I think what I could have done is I could have just hung out there and I would have just gone boom, 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 and made it across. But I didn't do that. So I just said, well, that one's not going to be part of the assignment then, so you don't have to do past that one. And we brought a can over to the stump, and I shook it up, and I put it on the ground, and I said, "This is what I do. I take the BB gun, snipe it, and it hits, and then uh, it explodes, and then they try shooting at it." And my cousin got it in second try. I said, if you can get it within 3 tries, you pass this test. And there was a series of tests that we had to do. So he passed that test, and my brother, he didn't. He took, I think, 3 shots. He didn't hit any of them, so he didn't pass that test. So we kept on going, and the next test was going to be the 4-wheel around the trail. And if you could do that without wait, no, that was a different time. My cousin tried going around the trail super fast, or not super fast. He was going like, I think like 15. But um the next test was to climb across the monkey bars because they had monkey bars on the treehouse that go all the way across to the ladder. So you had to like swing down from the balcony on the treehouse and get on the monkey bars. And me and my cousin both were able to do it, but Rylan wasn't. So yeah. But anyways, that was fun. And then we had some more um, time out there, and then we went back out for a night hunt. And we had like 5 minutes left of shooting time, and we saw a couple does pop in. And then when it was about 3 minutes, a bunch of them came in. It got down to 2 minutes, and even more kept coming in. And my dad and uncle were both like, "Yeah, we definitely both have or we they were both like, we definitely have a couple minutes, and the bucks should start popping in because my uncle and my aunt both agreed to only shooting bucks, no does. So we could have shot a doe, but we didn't because we were hunting on their land, and they said no, does. So we were um, we were just waiting, and we only had a minute left, and they all started coming in, and we thought for sure there'd be a buck, but then we didn't. Shooting time was over, so and no bucks came in, so we didn't get to shoot at them. So we had to we there was like a little tiny like hill going off of the spot where we were, so we had to creep down there so we didn't spook any of the deer. Um, because if they were gonna come back tomorrow morning, then we wouldn't want. Because if we would have spooked them, they probably wouldn't have came back. But we crept out of there and went back home. But yeah, then the next morning we went back out for um, a hunt, and we didn't have anything, or we didn't get anything. So um, later that day, we didn't play military that day. We when we got back, we uh, they have a boat, and we were getting that ready for the winter. And then we were also working on getting the pool ready for winter, and they were just getting everything ready for winter. So and I was helping. My brother were helping, and and we played some stuff after that, and then uh, um, my uncle was just like, "I do have this gun," and it was a Daisy 17 cal pump rifle. So it's the same one my brother has. It's like one of those where you pull it back, put your pellet in, push it forward, or it can have BBs, and they're in the chamber. You pull it back, it loads one in, and you pump it. It goes up to 10 pumps, I think. But after that, I asked if after he showed us that gun, I said, "Can I shoot that?" He said, "Sure." So I shot it at the target, and it was way more accurate than BB guns because the BB guns we were using were Daisy um, Daisy Red Riders and a Buck 105 um, Daisy BB gun. So I took the 17 cal out, and it just had copper BBs in it. Um, and I seen a squirrel, and I shot at it, and I didn't kill it because I'm pretty sure I missed. Because right as that BB right as that shot, I'm pretty sure that squirrel just barely got out of there and moved. Um, but I went back to my cousin because he was calling my name, and I was like, what's up? And when I get over there, he's like, I just shot at a squirrel, and I hit its head, and he heard it go clunk. It hit its skull, but it just knocked him out, and it didn't kill him. It just knocked him out of the tree, and the squirrel ran away. So yeah, um, so yeah, after we got done squirrel hunting, well, they rang the bell because they have a bell on their porch, and Foster was like, "That means we gotta get back home." I was like, "All right." So so when we got back home, we had to leave. So uh, we said our goodbyes and got in the truck and headed out. And we stopped at Fleet Farm and Eau Claire when we were coming back down to um, down south, and because we were up in Rice Lake and that's up north, and then when we came back to Sparta, then um, went by Fleet Farm in Eau Claire. So when we were heading through there, we stopped there because I know I wanted a gun, and my dad was looking at this one. So we went to Fleet Farm to look at it, and because I wanted it like a pellet gun, so I could shoot some squirrels. After I found out that well, I was gonna get the BB guns, but then my dad was like, well, pellet guns are like those daisies don't have very good accuracy. So if you get a different brand, they might have better accuracy. So he was looking at the Gammo 17 cal um, air rifle, and he said this one looks pretty nice. It's $150. So we stopped and looked at it in Eau Claire with $150 there at Fleet Farm, and um, I was gonna buy it, but then I had watched Sister all summer, and my parents wanted to give me $150 for it for watching her, and that's how much the gun was. So, um, they were like, "Do you want the money or the gun?" And I said, "Probably the gun," because I was wanting one, or I was wanting that gun. So it's like, well, I'll take the gun. And they were like, "All right." So my dad picked it up later that week, and I put the scope on there, and I waited till we were going up to the cabin to shoot it, and got sighted in. And I think I'm gonna get a different scope on that one because that scope sits really high. It's the one that comes with those guns, the Gamma scope. I think it's like an off-brand scope, or they make those scopes, and every company like Gamma, Crossman, um, Daisy, I'm pretty sure they have that. No, Gamma, Crossman are like the main ones, and that's one for that scope. They make it, and it has their own brand on it. It's about the same scope, and I'm pretty sure it is, but it just got their brand on it. Um, so um, um, I think I'm gonna get a different scope on that gun. But once I got that gun, I got that scope on and sighted it in. Um, and my dad was just showing me something on tree climbing with my tether, and my dad's like, "Oh, there's a red squirrel right in that tree." So he finished showing me. I grabbed my pellet gun and load one in, and I go over there, and just to see if the squirrel is still there. And I didn't see it at first because it was a red squirrel and it was in a pine tree. So I didn't see him at first, and I was like, there he is. So I aimed him in the head and I shot him. He was down. He was down. He flopped for a little bit. I stepped on his tail and he died. We ate him later. It tasted like squirrel. It tasted like chicken in a way. And yeah, and that was pretty much that whole gun story. And yeah, I was also at the cabin with my friend one time, Bradley. I was at the cabin with my friend Bradley one time, and this wasn't even too long ago. We were going squirrel hunting, and I went to go. We were checking all the trail cameras too, and I was looking at all of them, and we went to the one over by the property on the corner, and Bradley goes, "Hey, Everett, look over there." I'm like, "What?" And I see a rabbit, and the guns are still in the truck. So I'm like, holy crap. I slowly backed out of there, and I ran to the truck to get the gun. Because I had them in the truck when my dad was driving us around. And I didn't think that we were going to see anything back in there. So now I know to keep a gun with you every time you're out there. But when I was out there, or let me rephrase that, when I was back at the truck to grab the guns, Bradley was there too, and he grabbed the gun. And we both saw the rabbit. I took a shot at it, and I missed because it was in an awkward spot. And I moved up slowly, and the rabbit didn't move. And then Bradley shot, and the gun misfired. It didn't shoot anything out. And then I said, "Give me the gun." I loaded it, and I got the scope right on it, and it shot him. It shot the rabbit. So I don't know what happened there, but the gun just misfired, and it could have been his rabbit, but the gun misfired and he didn't want it to be. But yeah, so there's the picture. There's my brother. Bradley's in the middle. I'm on the that side. But it was 2 weekends ago. I had Bradley come over to the house, and it was his birthday weekend. And I was like, "Remember that rabbit we shot? Or we shot because he didn't really shoot it. Well, he did. Hold on, I shot it, and then it was still kind of breathing. So, and still kind of moving. So Bradley was like, "Give me the gun. I'll finish it off." So he finished it off. So it was kind of both of our rabbits, but I washed it up when we got home and got him in the freezer. And anyways, that 2 weekends ago when I had him over, it was his birthday weekend. I was like, "Remember that rabbit you shot?" And he was like, "Yeah." I said, "How would I cook that up for you this weekend when you come over?" He said, "Oh, sure." So I did that. I cooked that up. I made like a rabbit bake with like onions, bacon, potatoes, carrots. There's pepper on top, and the rabbit, and there was like a rub that I there's a rub I made for the rabbit, and I put that on there and stuck her in the oven for a while. I think it was like an hour and a half you had to put it in there for. But I'm gonna for sure uh, make it a little bit less than. I'm gonna put the time like for like an hour and 15, because the rabbit at least has to be to 160 um, degrees. So I'm pretty sure it's 160, but it has to be at a certain degrees, and I know it's like 160 or somewhere in there. Um, and it was like 205, so that was plenty. And I think next time we'll just put it all half that half an hour at the end there, because it was like burnt. The rabbit wasn't. The carrots and the potatoes were all burnt. The rabbit was kind of good. It was pretty good. It was my first time having rabbit. Um, but it was good. And I also made deer tongue because my dad had a deer tongue in the freezer because I wanted to try making it. I was like, Dad, can we save that tongue so I could try making it? He said, sure. So I made that. I made that night too, and and I used the same rub I used on the rabbit because I like that rub. Um, and I just fried that up in the pan. Well, you had to boil it for like 3 hours or like 2.5 hours, somewhere in there. You had to boil it for about that long, and then I put that rub on there after I put that rub on there, and I cut it up into like chunks like that, and I seasoned the whole thing in that rub, and I just put it in the. Well, Bradley wanted to fry it, so I put them all in the pan, and he fried the pan. So, and that the tongue was good, and I'm gonna keep on doing that recipe, and I'm gonna save every single deer tongue I can from now on. So, because tongue is really really good, and it surprisingly really good, because you think it just tastes nasty because it's tongue, but it's surprisingly really good. Um, it's like chewy and it's like squishy. So it's like how it is when it's thawed out, but like it's cooked. So it's not raw, so you can actually eat it and not raw. It's not like raw meat. Um, but yeah, so we had that, and that's pretty much it for like my hunting this year. Fishing, I caught a couple like because we went out to the flowage in the spring at the beginning of the year. I think it was like I want to say in like May, but let me check. Might have been in like June. I think it was May though. Oh, June 2nd. I think it was somewhere in there. But we went out. My dad caught this nice bass. I caught a bunch of these bluegill, and I caught a couple crappie, and I think one sunfish. Like there's a crappie. Pretty sure that's a sunfish. Another bluegill. And then we saw a deer swimming in the water. See that? Like that? We saw a deer swimming in the water, um, which was weird. And then we saw a porcupine in the parking lot. So yeah, that was a fun little trip. We did see. I'm pretty sure those are geese. Can't remember. Them are geese. I'm pretty sure in the like in the wetland behind it, the land behind the foliage. But yeah. So Amundsen this past summer. I didn't catch anything there. Um, I definitely want to go more this summer. And there's like a little like pond type of thing. And once it gets later in the year here, um, I want to see how thick that ice is from the I mean, I'm gonna have to do it soon because it's gonna melt here pretty quick. But because it's gonna get warmer here in like February-ish. But I wanna put well here. I want to keep that in my bag for this weekend. I got this like ice chisel and uh, ice scooper. It's 2 in 1 for Christmas. Jacob got me that. Thank you. And thank you for the hat, Bradley. I already told him that both, but say it again on here. I want to take that chisel and I just want to see how thick the ice is. Um, I I want to see if I could go on there and take the fish finder and stick her down in there and see what's down there. Just to, I don't know what's down there. In the spring and summer, it's like swampy. It's like mossy. So I don't think there'd be any fish in there, but I want to try to fish the ice fish on there just to see because you never know. Um, but I'm definitely gonna go fish at Amundsen a bunch. I'm probably gonna do a lot more uh, videos about fishing because I only did like what I like my fishing setup last year, and I can update that a little more today, or not today, but like this year, um, because I got a couple new things I think from last year. Oh yeah, here I can show you guys this. I'm talking about fishing. So Altoids. No, they're not just any regular Altoids. Got all sorts of little things, goodies. But I want to make like a little pocket-sized fishing kit. Well, this is pocket-sized. It can go right in your back pocket. This came in my survival kit that I bought off Amazon. These little scissors, so I can use those. I have these little get this third one out. Oh, never mind, it just went under something. I have these little pins because what you can do is you can take the pin out and tie a straight fishing line on there, and it would probably work as a hook. It should work as a hook. Like it'd be a bigger hook, but if you get there are smaller hooks in here, but this would be good for like a big fish if you're going for bigger fish. I could put another hook in here, but I want to see how these work first. I have my old Leatherman in here. So I use that for various things. It's got a knife, file, scissors, screwdrivers, and pliers. There's this balloon like piece that was off of the end of a balloon, and I could like put a hook in here and make it look like a bait. I don't know. I was just thinking, and I put that in there. If you really needed to in a survival situation, you could use this as like fishing pole, and you just tie it on there, and you could like it's pocket sized, but more than likely I could just find a stick and put this on here, or I just use the line. Well, I need that. I need to talk about that. This came in the survival kit too. It's got weights and it's got a couple hooks in here. It's got like I'm pretty sure these are bobbers. I don't know. I'm pretty sure these are bobbers though, and it's got these little that red and clear bait for bait, and I have these bobbers, these little ice fishing bobbers. Um, that I think I found these at Amazon, and another weight, and that's all pocket sized, and that was the whole point of this whole kit was to make a pocket sized fishing kit, and that's exactly what I did, and it all fits in here nicely. Pocket size, and everything you could need in there is in. Everything you could need is in there. So, in that little stick, you could even use to dig up to find some worms. Trying to think what else we could talk about. Yeah. So my friend Bradley got a mini bike for Christmas, or not for Christmas, for his birthday, and I've been wanting a mini bike for a while, and I kind of went off. I've been going on and off from 4-wheeler and mini bike, and now I want to go for a mini bike because mini bikes are cool for one, and they're not as expensive as a 4-wheeler. Some of them can be, but I've been looking at 4-wheelers, and they're all like within $1,000, and I don't really have enough money for that. The mini bikes are a little bit cheaper than that, but I also want a dirt bike, so it's like a dirt bike and a 4-wheeler because it got big beefy tires, and it's a bike, so it's like a 2-in-1 type of thing. But I got this at Tyson's on Sunday. Let me reach it. So it's like this license plate, and it's a John Deere, and it's born to farm, nothing else. And I want to put this on a mini bike when I get it. So I think I'll probably get it in like the summer, like in June or something. And I could probably sell my drone to get some money, because the drone it doesn't really work anymore. I mean, it does, and the drone would like when it did work, it would go up, and this could be part of the reason why it don't work. It would go up, and one time it went so high, and started circling around my dad's truck, and then it started when it flew. No, it's circling around my dad's truck, and it went it went super high in the air, and I hit the emergency stop button, and it just dropped to the ground from like 30 feet. That could have been why it don't work no more. We did get it to work, but I'm pretty sure I don't like that one because the calibrating to get it going in the air is a pain in the butt. It like you got to turn it a certain direction, and you have to connect to like this Wi-Fi, and you have to do all these other things, and it's a pain in the butt. So I want to try to sell that to get some money off of it. And if anybody wants to buy the drone, whenever it goes up, it goes like, I can go grab it right now. We're back. So, here's the drone. It's a Holy Stone HS720. Alright, so here it is. It's seen better days, for sure. Because when I first got it, I tried flying it in the backyard, and it like went to the side of the house, and it was doing this from day one. It fresh out of the box, I tried flying it, and it went to the side of the house, and it went over, and it kind of went up, and then it came back down, and then it stopped, and it went over by the truck, and it came in the garage, and then it just went under the lawnmower, and it damaged the blades, it damaged all of it. It flew after that, so it still worked after that, but it's just I don't use it anymore either, so there's no point in keeping it, because it goes like this. Whenever it starts to go, it goes to the side. So if any of you guys want this, I might be selling it on Mercari, maybe, but I will put a link to it in my community posts on Everett's Outdoors on my YouTube channel once I sell it somewhere, because if anybody wants it, they can have it, and because if you have the same drone and you need like a controller or a charger or a battery, I'm fine with selling that kind of thing. But if you want the whole thing, I'll probably sell it for like it was like $200, so I'll probably sell it for about $100, maybe. Comment down below what you guys think is a good price, and I'll go between $100 and whatever you guys say. I'll half that, and whatever that is, I'll probably sell it for about that. So if you say 50, I'll go like 75 for it. That might be a better price because it doesn't really work. I think 75 would be pretty good. Because if you have this one and you want like parts or stuff, like propellers or anything like that, you could just buy the whole thing and like part it out. I don't really, because I don't want it anymore. So I'd be more than happy to give it to somebody else. I just have to sell it. So yeah, if you want it, you could comment on this video and comment what do you think a good price would be for it. But yeah, so I don't really want it. I'm probably gonna end up selling it, and I could sell other various things, like just go through my room, sell a bunch of stuff, and get it out of here. Cause half the stuff I don't even need. Because I gave my brother a bunch of my old toy trucks because I'd never played with them. Here's something I could go through. I could probably find some various things to sell. Yeah, I could sell this. I could sell this. I could sell this. I could sell this cube. It's got a hole in it, but I patched it with super glue, so it's good. It's good now. Nido Cube. This squishy ball. I don't know. I'm gonna keep that. I made that. Made all that. Targets. I'm gonna keep the targets. That's just paper. That can get thrown. I could sell this scratch activities thing. I do want to keep this because I haven't tried it out at the farm yet. We'll do that. Over there. I have this it's like this fan from my brother's old what you call it? His blow up costume, and it'll plug right into my battery pack, my solar one. So but yeah, and then when you're ready to undo it, you can just unplug it, but don't waste any battery. The one thing I don't really like about this, I mean, it's nice because you just gotta put in the solar. It's a pain in the butt to charge. I mean, it's not a pain in the butt. You just put it in the sun, but it takes forever. It took 4 or 5 hours at the farm just sitting in the sun for it to be to have it 2 bars. So that's the only thing I don't like about this. But oh well. It does get the job done. And then this is the battery pack that came with the fan. So I could use that, and yeah, probably what I will do. Let me think here. What else could I use here? Or sell here? Here's the thing for the airplane. Just launches it. So I could use that. I could sell these bubbles. I have no idea what's in here. I remember that. Okay, well, this is all stuff from school. Oh, that's trash. That's got personal information on it, so can't really do anything with that. That's trash. Money. I can keep that. I can save that. Walmart gift card. I keep that, obviously. I should probably start handing these out to people because I made these little things. It says eggs for compost from Everett. Eggs from compost from Everett. To save up eggs for compost. So I could probably make a couple more of these and hand them out to people because I could definitely use some eggs. I know people eat eggs quite a bit, so we should start saving our eggs, our eggshells. Not eggs, but eggshells. Keep that. Keep that. can be kept. It can just get thrown. I can get thrown. That also can get thrown. Just look at this. I don't think there's anything in here. Nope. Throw. 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 Nobody's gonna want a ping pong ball. Throw. Probably throw back, and I don't know what's been in there. Keep these. These are safety glasses. I can put those back in the garage. Throw. Oh my god. When was this expire? I got this, ramen at school, like, last year. No, this was 2023 of December. So, yeah, that can get thrown. Throw. Keep. Throw. This notebook's all torn up. Sell this thing. Battery could probably get thrown because it's probably very bad. There's screws. Screws can just get. I can keep those. Probably use them for something. Oh my lord, there's gems in here. What in the heck? Oh yeah, I remember where those came from. Alright, well. Keep this because I can use this. These pages are used up because I just put a bunch of stuff that I don't really need. Alright, well, I'm going to definitely keep this. Remember when I made this a couple years back? Ooh, put some false advertising on here. See that mower, that grandstand right there? I don't have one. That's false advertising. So I'm going to probably update that, but I don't give out flyers anymore. I gave them to my customers. I can keep all that. Yeah, that's gonna get kept. Oh my god, more stuff. One of those flyers. Don't remember what this is. Or maybe I do. I think I do. I don't need that anymore. Camping checklist. Oh, there's my manual to my blower. I don't even know where that is. Yeah, we can keep that. Give this to my sister. So she likes art. It's 2023. Chuck it. I can look at. Not worth keeping. keep this for school to look at for a book. I gotta read books at school. I read catalogs or bring a catalog to look at. I don't need that Steam anymore. I don't ever really buy Steam. So, pretty expensive. So here's a Sharpie. How many years have I not had that? And I could have used it. Oh my god. You guys are killing me. I have these in here because I got something at art last year, and it had these things in them. And oh my lord! Okay, I'm gonna dump these in the trash. I have another bag in here to get all this stuff out of here. There. We're back in orderly fashion. Jump my trackpad. Okay. That was going back in there, but I'm not gonna mess around with that one. Boom, boom. Boom, boom. I'm gonna put all my camping stuff in a separate drawer, I think. So, all that. I can go back in here. I think I'm gonna use it. And if you guys think like all this stuff could be a good price, like what a good price for all these like toys and fidgets and stuff would be, let me know in the comments below what a good price for everything would be. Because I definitely want to know what kind of stuff you guys, or what you would probably price your stuff on for like that kind of thing. I got that cleaned out. A lot of junk in here. There's so much junk in this room. Oh my god. Yep, this drawer is even worse. Oops. Junk. Hey, there's my battery. I can actually rip my RC car now. So I've been missing a battery for all my RC cars for a while. I just found it. Aluminum foil. Like, I think what I could do is like make a plate of this thing. And then here's that. Oh my god! I remember making that video on this aluminum foil ball. I need to go get more aluminum foil. So I made this thing and this ball. The ball's pretty cool once it gets big and I polish it all. But that block is also pretty cool. You can keep that. I can throw that. I don't need it. I'm gonna keep that because I always need a ball pump. Here's where that one cord is. That one cord, but I lost my block that came with my iPad. And this is the cord that came with my iPad. Now I don't have a block. It's the USB-C block. And then it's the lightning port. for the charger. And I don't ever. No, I do use that for things. My brother comes here. He can have this painting. Hear that? Out in the living room around. He's talking to his friend, so I don't know if he will. But if he really wants the painting, he can have it. Do you want this painting? If you want a painting, come in my room. Or come to my room. Here he comes. So, pleasure doing business with you. Oh no, he got another thing. I tried making like a hitch, like a cardboard hitch. Also throw this ball. I don't never use it. Actually, I can sell that. Woo! Other things to sell. Great. This 2-year planner. Nope. We're gonna keep that. My grandpa wrote this. Want to hear it? It was May 19th, 2019. It says, once upon a time, there was a little boy who was naughty, so he was going to get a potch on the hinder pants. He said he was sorry, and he promised to be good. The little feller picked up all his toys and made his bed. He also played nice with his brother and sister. They all lived happily ever after. The end. Yeah, we're gonna keep that. It's pinned. Hey, Rylan. If you want this, you can come here and get it. You can come and get it. Yep, here it comes. It is grass. Well, here we go. Another thing down. Newspaper. Throw. Don't need that. Throw it. Ooh. I could probably put these on my mini bike. Because we got Aces Racing seatbelts for the go-kart. That's where we got these stickers. Those 5-point, I'm pretty sure it's 5-point harness. Those 5-point harnesses we have in the go-karts they're really nice. Throw. Also throw. Oh no, what did I buy? Oh no, what's that, Tyson's? A hat. $19. Oh my god, that's a surprise. Normally I buy a lot more stuff than that. Okay. Yeah, I can get there one. How do you keep that? Again, Ryan, if you want this, you can have it. This notebook. Alright. Oh well. You don't want it? Keep these. Throw that. Yeah, I can throw that. I don't need that. Oh, Lord. Rylan, if you want a clay eye, you can also come get this. Or like an eyeball that I use for clay. This thing? You want this eye? Come open the door. Unlock the door. Hey, I did find my battery for my race car. So, just charge that up. Oh my god. Okay. This live stream is longer. Like, I never thought it'd go this long. 2 hours almost? These are long. This is a long live stream. The last long one was an hour. I'm gonna keep that. If any of you guys want this ball, like my brother or sister, Rylan, if you want this ball, you can have it. Here they come. So I think I have my cardboard hitch. They're just taking a bunch of stuff. I had so much stuff under my bed. After we moved my bed last night. And they took all of it. They got it out of my room. So that's nice. No, I don't have to worry about that. It's their problem. The wrench. You're gonna keep that. I can use a wrench. Keep that. Keep that. Round Braille, do you guys want this pen? Marker too? Want this pen and marker? You can have it.
What you got? Oops.
You want some earbuds?
Sure. Oh, thank you.
Yep. Throw that. Throw that. Oh, Rylan, you want a baseball card? Baseball card? Here they come. Oh my god, you're taking everything. That's the funny part. I'm just talking to them through the live chat or through the live because they're out there. They're out there on the TV. Yeah, I can get thrown. That can get thrown. Riley, where did that go? Hold on. Whatever. I can't find it. Envelope. It's so good, I think. Yeah, that's so good. Oh man.
What was it?
A picture with your shirt off.
What?
Want a coin? Throw. Also throw. I could do this. Or I know what. Like anything really, but throw. Throw. Ooh. I think I could use that. Put bigger color on my Oh my god, Rylan. I can't with these pictures. Come check out that picture. That. Come here. Come here. What is this? No.
Give me it.
No. I can't with that kid. I can't with him. I took a picture with him like that. I don't know why. I honestly do not know why. Okay. I think that's all I can really take care of in here. That I think can go in there. Okay, so camping stuff will go in there. And everything else I'll find. I'll probably put it in the drawer I just took care of. That can go in there. That's going in there. It's another charger. Different one. Where is it? There it is. Never mind. I can use that for something. That's going somewhere else. Those are going to go down there. That. I think all this up. All this other stuff going in here. Besides for this battery. So I am going to plug my boat battery in. Or not my boat battery, my drift car battery in. So at least oh man. I haven't been able to use that car in a long time. The battery was I lost the battery on it. Now I can use it. Okay, I want to keep that in there. Actually, no, that's gonna go somewhere else. Okay, the size of this is heavier than this. No, this is heavier than this. But these will get super heavy once you compact more. So the size of this and the weight is crazy. Use that clip. I could use that. Come here, Daddy. Here's my dog. Yeah. You didn't use it?
Nobody was there. Nobody was there.
Mm.
Huh?
Mm.
Nobody was like, here, let me check on them. Huh? All right, yeah. Nobody was gonna check on them. Hi, Manny.
Alright. All this is gonna. I'm gonna keep that in there because I'm definitely gonna put that on my e-bike. That can go in here. And this I'm gonna put over in my closet. Okay. This is gonna go back. We're gonna end this live pretty soon. Like at 2 hours. Okay. Yeah. Put this on the bottom here. Okay. So that's pretty much all I'm gonna talk about today. Because I'm gonna end this live here. Because it's been going on for a while. But yeah. So, if you haven't already, subscribe because I want to keep growing this channel, and I want to keep it going because we hit 100. Next goal is 200. I'm gonna check this. Let's check my next goal. Yep, 200. That's 400, 500, then 1,000. After we hit 1,000, we're gonna have to keep on going. I'm gonna have to update that. But this year should be pretty fun because we're gonna have. I want to get more videos out. We already have 71. Oh yeah, I forgot. I was gonna show you guys some deer we had cameras this year. I almost forgot about that. Here, I don't remember how to do that. Yeah, here we go. Let's see if this works. I'm gonna see if I can see the screen on my live. Let's see if this works. I'm gonna see if I can see. Yep, we're good. You're good. Look at it. So let's put that. It's on deer. I have it as 2024 and 2024 winter. This one's a video. That one's a big buck. I would definitely shoot him. This time's right on these cameras. We need to fix those times. And right there. That's at the hoggy stand. Slowly trying to load. It's working on it. Let's try this one. Okay, I think I need to close it. Got a lot going on. Oh yeah. Okay, I see it. So this one was this big 8-pointer that our neighbor had on camera. This is the thumbnail of this live. It's over by the property. This is what I was talking about where my camera is, where I want to put that tree stand over at the property. There's that big 8. There's that big 8. That one was going on. It was just glitching out. It wasn't showing me the. Okay. Let's see here. Alright, so we gotta have it like this. This camera, I put it outside our yard, and we had this doe in our yard, which is surprising because I go outside and I can see the footprints and everything. This was right after Christmas. And then there was a big buck that was a little one, but I forgot to save the big buck. So that's kind of about the size of the one that I shot at. I don't know if that's him though. It might be a little fork. A pork buck. There's this big boy. This is at the food plot at behind or at the bottom of the. There's this one at the hoggy stand, I think. Yep. That one's a big boy. There's this little one. I just saved that one just in case if we seen this little one, or if we ever see him again. So it's kind of what the one that I shot at looks like with my bow and this. This one's a video. Yeah, that's another big one. On that trail where I have that gate. So that's why I kind of about 20 yards from that tree to there. So if I can get a shot at there, I'm gonna definitely take it. There's a big boy. This one's a doe. I just saved one because there's this one doe at the cabin. That's at the hoggy stand. We had does a lot this year. Well, we had some does, not a whole lot. That's a little fork. This is the fork buck though. My dad, we're naming him the fork because he's a little forky. We named him Forky. Maybe he'll come back next. Oh yeah. Holy crap! 4 people watching. All right. Well, probably gonna end this here pretty quick. And I think what I'll do. Oh, I know what I could post at some point. This is the car, my RC drift car. Oh no, there's like a. I'm gonna have to use tape to keep that battery in there because I don't know where the cover went. Well, but yeah. This is the one that I haven't been able to drive, and it's a drift car. You can put wheels on it. Because it came with like rubber wheels, so it has grip. But I took them off so it could be a drift car because that's what I bought it for. Or that's what I wanted it for. I got it for Christmas. I will for sure be doing another live. It's like a couple more times this year because this was just fun talking. It'll probably be like later in the year after I'm done or after I have some things to talk about. Just to kind of recap. I haven't done a live in 10 months, so there's a lot to talk about. Oh yeah, I should. Hold on. I'm gonna look at some things here. I am going to look at some of these things. Alright. I am going to see if should we do some fishing trivia. Okay. What is the oldest known fishing hook made of? Number one is wood. Number two is bone. Number three is rock. So you could pick between those three, and because one of those three is the answer. So pick between those three, and we ain't got nobody watching. So maybe next time, if we have some more people watching, we can do some trivia. Okay. Yeah, there's a lot. All right. Well, I'm probably gonna end the live here. So I do want to look at one more thing here, though. Really quick. I'm gonna look up. I think we'll look that up later. We'll look up my new thing here or my channel later. So yeah, I will see you guys later. If you haven't already subscribed, I would recommend doing that. You could like this live, or go to my channel and like all my videos, or like some of them. But that would really help me out. and subscribe. We will have some good content coming. And I know I've said that a bunch, and it hasn't happened. But I guarantee we will have a bunch of good content coming. So I will see you guys later. I'm going to end the stream.